The small research vessel Athena drifted silently through the darkness of space. Inside the main laboratory, Dr. Lily Baker hunched over her workstation. Her eyes were tired from staring at screens for hours, but she couldn't stop now. The data, patterns from deep space were showing something unusual. "Got something interesting?" asked a deep voice behind her. Lily didn't need to turn around to know it was Commander Alan Winters. His voice still made her heart beat a little faster, even after their breakup 6 months ago. "Maybe," she said, brushing her blonde hair out of her face. "These signal patterns don't match anything in our database." Alan moved closer, looking over her shoulder at the screen. "Natural phenomenon?" "I don't think so." Lily pointed to a section of the data. "See this repeating sequence? It's too regular, almost like a message." Alan finished her sentence. Lily nodded. "Exactly, but not from any human outpost." The idea hung in the air between them. After decades of space exploration, humanity had yet to find proof of intelligent alien life. There had been hints, ruins on distant moons, strange radio signals, but never direct contact. "Where's it coming from?" Alan asked. Lily pulled up a star. "Sure. Sector 47B, about 3 days' journey from our current position." Alan frowned. "That's outside our mission parameters." "I know," Lily said, turning to face him fully. "But Alan, if this is what I think it is..." A loud beep from the console interrupted her. The signal pattern had changed, becoming more urgent. "It's a distress call," Lily said, her voice barely above a whisper. Alan stood straight, his military training taking over. "You're sure?" "Universal distress patterns are the same across all human protocols," Lily explained. "This follows the same basic structure, but with variations I've never seen before." Alan was quiet for a long moment. As military liaison on the science vessel, he had authority to change their course in emergencies. "I'll need to inform Captain Harris," he finally said. Captain Harris was not easily convinced. In the ship's conference room, his weathered face showed deep concern. "You're asking me to divert a research mission based on a hunch, Dr. Baker," he said. Lily displayed the signal data on the main screen. "It's more than a hunch, Captain. These patterns show intelligence, and if someone out there needs help, it could be a trap," said Security Chief Maya Wong. "We're not equipped for combat." "Or it could be first contact," Lily countered. "The scientific discovery of our lifetime." Captain Harris looked at Alan. "Your thoughts, Commander?" Alan cleared his throat. "Protocol says we should report this to Earth Command and wait for instructions. But by then, whoever sent this signal could be dead." He paused. "I think we should investigate, sir." After a tense debate, the captain finally agreed. The Athena changed course for Sector 47B. 3 days later, the bridge crew stared in awe at their view screens. A massive ship hung in space before them, at least 5 times the size of the Athena. Its design was unlike anything in human records, smooth curves and angles that seemed to bend light strangely around it. "No response to our hails," reported Communications Officer Ben Foster. "Life signs?" asked the captain. Science Officer Olivia Green studied her readings. "Inconclusive. The ship's material is blocking our scans. It appears damaged," Alan noted, pointing to a dark section of the alien vessel. Captain Harris turned to Lily. "Dr. Baker, you found this ship. Any suggestions?" "We need to board it," Lily said without hesitation. "If there are survivors who need help, we have a duty to try." An hour later, Lily found herself in an environmental suit, floating through the eerie silence of a damaged airlock. Alan had insisted on leading the boarding party himself, bringing along 2 security officers and Lily as scientific advisor. "Stay close," Alan warned as they entered the main corridor of the alien ship. Lily's flashlight beam revealed walls that seemed to shift color slightly as she moved. The air was breathable according to their instruments, but they kept their helmets on as a precaution. "This technology is incredible," Lily whispered, scanning a panel that glowed with symbols she couldn't understand. The team moved deeper into the ship. They found no bodies, but signs of life were everywhere. Food half-eaten in what appeared to be a mess hall. Personal items floating in zero gravity. "Where is everyone?" one of the security officers asked. They found out moments later, when they reached what looked like the ship's bridge. A door slid open silently and they came face to face with the ship's crew. Lily gasped. The aliens were roughly humanoid, but with translucent blue skin that pulsed with light. Each had 4 arms and large, pupil-less eyes that fixed on the humans, with unmistakable intelligence. "Hello," Lily said, stepping forward slowly. "We received your distress signal. We're here to help." The aliens did not respond. Instead, one of them raised a device that emitted a high-pitched sound. Lily felt a wave of dizziness wash over her. "Weapons!" Alan shouted, drawing his sidearm. Chaos erupted. The security officers fell first, collapsing to the floor as the sound intensified. Alan grabbed Lily's arm, pulling her toward the exit. "Run!" he yelled. They made it halfway down the corridor before more aliens appeared, blocking their path. Alan fired his weapon, the energy blast passing harmlessly through one of the creatures. "Back!" Alan shouted, turning them around. But they were surrounded now. Lily felt her legs giving way as the sound bored into her skull. The last thing she saw before losing consciousness was Alan fighting desperately to reach her as 3 aliens pulled her away. When Lily woke up, she was strapped to a cold metal table. Her environmental suit was gone, leaving her in the standard Athena uniform. The room was dimly lit with a blue glow that seemed to come from the walls themselves. One of the aliens approached, studying her with those strange, pupil-less eyes. It held up a device that projected a holographic image of Earth. "Yes," Lily said, understanding the question. "That's my home." The alien made a series of clicking sounds. Then, in a voice that sounded like several people speaking at once, it said words that chilled Lily to her core. "Human. Primitive. Dangerous. Must understand." Another alien approached with a different device, this one glowing with red energy. "Wait," Lily said, struggling against her restraints. "We can talk, we can communicate." The alien didn't respond. Instead, it pressed the device against Lily's temple. And then the pain began. Pain unlike anything Lily had ever felt shot through her body. Her back arched against the restraints as the alien device sent waves of burning energy through her nerves. She bit down on her lip to keep from screaming, tasting blood. After what felt like hours but was only minutes, the device was pulled away. Lily collapsed back onto the cold table, gasping for breath. The alien with the device made more clicking sounds. Another alien stepped forward, this one slightly taller than the others. Its skin pulsed with brighter blue light patterns. "Why?" Lily managed to ask through her pain. "We came to help you." The tall alien tilted its head, studying her. Then it spoke in that strange, multi-layered voice. "Human brain. Interesting structure. Pain responses different from other species." Lily realized they were studying her. This wasn't random cruelty. It was an experiment. She was their lab rat. "We're not your enemies," Lily said, trying to keep her voice steady. "We can talk, learn from each other." The tall alien moved closer. "Zorathi know humans, watched your kind, violent, expanding too quickly, dangerous to galaxy balance. So they had a name, the Zorathi, and they had been watching humanity." "That's not true," Lily argued. "We're explorers, scientists." "With weapons," the Zorathi leader replied. "All human ships carry weapons." Before Lily could respond, the pain device was pressed against her again. This time she couldn't hold back her scream. The agony was worse, spreading from her head down to her fingertips. Through tear-filled eyes, she saw the aliens watching her reactions with cold interest. Between torture sessions, Lily learned more about the Zorathi. They were an ancient species that considered themselves guardians of galactic order. They had watched many species rise and fall over thousands of years. Humans concerned them because of how quickly they had developed technology and begun exploring space. "Too fast evolution. Too much aggression," the leader explained during one break. "Must understand human limits." After the 4th session, something strange happened. As the pain device touched her skin, Lily felt a different sensation, alongside the agony. A tingling, almost electrical feeling that seemed to flow through her blood. She caught flashes of the ship's systems in her mind, like computer code written in light. During the 6th session, Lily noticed the tall Zorathi watching her with greater intensity. It moved closer, studying the readings on a floating screen beside the table. Energy pattern unusual, it said to its companions. Human female adapting. One of the other aliens made a series of rapid clicks. Continue with higher intensity, the leader responded. The pain that followed was beyond anything Lily could comprehend. Her vision went white, then dark with sprinkles of light like stars. Her heart raced, then stuttered in her chest. In these moments of greatest agony, the strange electrical feeling grew stronger. Lily felt as if her consciousness was spreading throughout the room, touching the alien technology around her. In her mind's eye, she could see energy flowing through circuits that weren't made of metal, but something alive and pulsing. Human, do you understand what is happening to you? The leader asked during a brief respite. Lily could barely speak. Her body was failing. You're killing me, she whispered. Yes, the Zorathi agreed without emotion. But first we learn. Human adaptability is unique, different from other test subjects. With growing horror, Lily realized she wasn't their first victim. How many others? She asked. 36 species tested. All failed. Humans may succeed where others did not. Succeed at what? Lily wanted to ask, but another wave of pain crashed over her as the device was applied again. Hours passed. Lily lost track of time. Her body was giving out. She could feel it. Her heartbeat was irregular, her breathing shallow. But the electrical feeling continued to grow, connecting her somehow to the ship around her. During what would be the final session, as the tall Zorathi increased the device's power to its maximum, Lily's heart gave one last desperate beat, then stopped. Her body went limp on the table. The Zorathi leader checked the readings on the floating screen. Subject expired, it announced. 37 hours of testing completed. The other aliens made sounds that might have been disappointment. Humans stronger than expected, the leader continued, but still failed the transformation. They removed the restraints from Lily's lifeless body. 2 smaller Zorathi lifted her and carried her through a series of corridors to a different room. This chamber was filled with transparent tubes containing various biological materials. They placed Lily's body in an empty tube and sealed it. Preserve for further study, the leader instructed. Prepare ship for departure to human home system. The Zorathi left the chamber, the door sealing behind them. In the silence of the preservation room, Lily's body lay still. Minutes passed, exactly 37 of them. Then, something impossible happened. A faint blue glow began to spread beneath Lily's skin, tracing the paths of her veins and arteries. The glow intensified, concentrating around her heart. Then, with a sudden jolt, her back arched and her eyes flew open. Lily gasped, drawing air into lungs that had been still. Her eyes glowed with the same blue light that pulsed beneath her skin. She looked at her hands in wonder as energy crackled between her fingers. Within her mind, Lily could feel the ship all around her, every system, every circuit, every power flow. She understood now what had happened. The Zorathi technology had somehow bonded with her cellular structure during the torture, creating something new. She wasn't just Lily Baker anymore. She wasn't even fully human. The preservation tube around her shattered as energy burst from her body. Alarms began to sound throughout the ship, but Lily could silence them with a mere thought. She stepped out of the broken tube, her bare feet, leaving glowing footprints on the floor. The Zorathi had tortured her to death, but they had made a terrible mistake. They had created something they couldn't control. Lily smiled as knowledge flooded into her mind. The ship's layout, its weapons systems, its weaknesses, and most importantly, the Zorathi's plans for Earth. 37 minutes, she whispered, understanding the significance of the number now. It was the window of transformation. the time it took for the energy to fully bond with a compatible host. She wasn't just back from the dead. She was something more, and she was going to show the Zorathi exactly how dangerous humans could be. Lily moved through the alien ship like a ghost. Her feet barely touched the floor as she walked, the blue energy flowing through her body making her feel lighter than air. She could sense the Zorathi moving about the ship, their locations appearing, in her mind like glowing dots on a map. She needed to find out more about what had happened to her, and she needed to warn the Athena about the Zorathi's plans for Earth. But first she needed clothes. The aliens had removed her uniform and she was wearing only a thin medical gown. Lily closed her eyes and focused on the ship's layout that was somehow now inside her head. There was a storage area nearby. She made her way there, hiding whenever. She sensed Zorathi approaching. The storage room contained various items collected from other species. Lily found something similar to a jumpsuit that fit her well enough. As she dressed, she caught sight of her reflection in a shiny metal surface. Blue light glowed beneath her skin, following the paths of her veins. Her eyes flashed with the same light when she blinked. "What am I becoming?" she whispered to herself. She had no time to wonder. An alarm suddenly blared throughout the ship. The Zorathi had discovered her missing body. Lily needed a safe place to hide and think. She focused on the ship's systems again and found what looked like a maintenance tunnel running between the main sections. Perfect. She slipped into the narrow tunnel, just as a group of Zorathi rushed past. Inside the small space, Lily sat with her back against the wall and closed her eyes. She tried to make sense of all the new information flooding her mind. The Zorathi ship was called the Harvester. It was a science vessel but also a warship. Its main purpose was to study other species and determine if they were threats to galactic stability. If a species was judged to be dangerous, the Zorathi would harvest them. A nice way of saying they would destroy them. Humans had been judged as dangerous. The Harvester was now on its way to the human solar system, with plans to call in a larger fleet once they arrived. But there was something else, something about the transformation the Zorathi leader had mentioned. Lily focused on this knowledge and discovered a startling truth. For centuries, the Zorathi had been searching for a species that could survive their energy transformation process. They believed that according to ancient prophecies, a species would arise that could die and return, becoming something greater. This species would bring balance to the galaxy. 36 species had been tested before humans. All had failed. The Zorathi thought Lily had failed too, but somehow she hadn't. She had died and returned just as the prophecy said. But why her? And what was she supposed to do now? First things first, she needed to contact the Athena. Lily focused on the BO, ship's communication systems. She could feel them, could almost touch them with her mind, but couldn't quite control them yet. Her new abilities were still developing. Suddenly, she sensed a group of Zorathi approaching her hiding spot. They had detected her energy signature. Lily had to move. She scrambled through the maintenance tunnel until she found an exit. It led to what appeared to be the ship's engine room. Huge columns of pulsing blue energy, the same color that now flowed through Lily, rose from floor to ceiling. "The power source," Lily whispered in awe. As she stepped closer to one of the energy columns, the glow beneath her skin grew brighter. She felt stronger, more connected to the ship. Acting on instinct, Lily reached out and placed her hand against the column. Energy surged into her body. Knowledge flooded her mind, not just about the ship, but about the Zorathi themselves, their history, their beliefs, their fears. Most importantly, she discovered how to access their communications. With a thought, Lily opened a channel to the Athena. "This is Dr. Lily Baker," she said, her voice echoing strangely with a harmonic undertone. "Does anyone copy?" After a moment of static, a familiar voice responded, "Lily, is that you?" It was Alan, sounding shocked. "We thought you were dead." "I was," Lily replied simply. "Listen carefully, Alan. The aliens are called the Zorathi. They're heading to Earth. They plan to destroy humanity because they think we're dangerous. Where are you?" Alan asked. We're tracking your signal, but it's strange. I'm in their engine room, Lily said. Alan, something happened to me. The Zorathi were testing me, and I died, but I came back, changed. I can't explain it all. Now, we're coming for you, Alan said firmly. The captain authorized a rescue mission. We'll be docking with the alien ship in 20 minutes. No, Lily exclaimed. It's too dangerous. The Zorathi are powerful. Her warning was cut short as the engine room door slid open. The tall Zorathi leader stood there, surrounded by guards. Its pupil-less eyes widened at the sight of Lily standing by the energy column. Impossible, it said. The transformation succeeded. Lily stepped away from the energy column, keeping her eyes on the aliens. What did you do to me? The leader approached slowly. Not what we did. What you did. Your species is the first to survive the process. You killed me, Lily said angrily. Death was necessary for rebirth, the Zorathi replied. You are now connected to the ancient power that drives our ships, the same power that created the prophecy. What prophecy? One who dies and returns shall bring balance, the leader recited. For millennia we have searched for this species. We believed it would be one of the older races, not young humans. The Zorathi guards moved to surround Lily, but she raised her hand and energy crackled between her fingers. Stay back, she warned. I don't fully understand what's happening to me, but I know I can hurt you. The leader made a gesture and the guards stopped. You misunderstand. We do not wish to harm you now. You are precious, the first successful transformation. Then why are you going to Earth? Why destroy my people? Because they are dangerous, the leader said simply. They will spread through the galaxy unchecked. They will disrupt the balance. Unless they have a guide, Lily realized. Someone who understands both sides. Someone like me. The leader tilted its head. Perhaps. But the decision is not mine alone. The High Council must be consulted. Lily sensed the leader was stalling. Through her connection to the ship, she could feel weapons systems activating, targeting the approaching Athena. You're lying, Lily said. You're going to destroy my friends, and then continue to Earth. The Zorathi leader's skin pulsed with brighter patterns. You are still too human in your thinking. The needs of the galaxy outweigh the needs of one species. Lily felt anger rising within her, and with it the blue energy grew stronger. I won't let you harm them. With a thought, she reached into the ship's weapon systems and shut them down. The lights throughout the engine room flickered. The leader's eyes widened. You have gained control more quickly than expected. This is just the beginning, Lily said. Now, about my friends. The engine room grew tense as Lily faced off with the Zorathi leader. The blue energy under her skin pulsed stronger with her emotions. Your friends will not be harmed, the leader finally said. But they must not interfere. They're coming to rescue me, Lily replied. And I want them to succeed. The leader's skin flickered with changing patterns. You still think like a human. You are more than human now. I am human, Lily insisted, though she knew it wasn't entirely true anymore. And humans don't abandon their friends. A loud alarm sounded throughout the ship. Through her connection to the ship's systems, Lily knew the Athena had arrived and was attempting to dock. They are here, the leader said. Lily nodded. Let them board peacefully. No tricks. And if we refuse? Lily smiled as energy crackled between her fingers. Then I'll show you just how much control I have over your ship. The leader studied her for a long moment, then made a series of clicking sounds to the guards. Allow the humans to board. Do not engage unless attacked. Lily kept her focus split between monitoring the Zorathi through her new senses and tracking the boarding party from the Athena. She could feel them entering the alien ship. 5 people, moving cautiously through the corridors. Alan was leading them. Take me to the docking bay, Lily demanded. The leader hesitated, then nodded. Follow. They moved through the ship, Lily keeping a safe distance from the Zorathi guards. As they walked, she continued to explore her connection to the ship, testing how far her control extended. She discovered she could access almost all systems, though some were still beyond her reach. When they reached the docking bay, Alan and his team had just entered from the other side. They wore full combat gear and carried weapons. When Alan spotted Lily with the aliens, he raised his rifle. "Let her go," he shouted. "Alan, wait," Lily called out, stepping forward. "Don't shoot. It's complicated." Alan's eyes widened as he got a better look at her. Even from across the room, the blue glow beneath her skin was visible. "Lily? What happened to you?" he asked, lowering his weapon slightly. "I died," she said simply. "And I came back changed." One of Alan's team spoke into a communicator. "Captain, we found Dr. Baker, but something's different about her." The Zarathi leader moved closer to Lily. "The transformation is not complete. She needs more time with the energy source." Alan's grip tightened on his weapon. "Stay back." From her, Lily raised her hands. "Everyone needs to calm down. Alan, these aliens, the Zarathi, have been testing other species for centuries. They're looking for one that can survive something called the transformation. I'm the first success." "They tortured you to death," Alan said angrily. "Yes," Lily admitted. "But what happened after? It's changed everything." Before Alan could respond, the ship shuddered violently. Lily felt a surge of alarm through her connection to the systems. "What's happening?" she asked the leader. "Another ship has arrived," the leader replied. "A Zarathi warship. The High Council must have sent reinforcements." Lily accessed the external sensors. A massive ship had appeared beside them, at least 3 times the size of the Harvester. It was charging weapons. "They're going to attack," Lily warned. The docking bay doors slammed shut, cutting off their escape to the Athena. The leader made a series of rapid clicks to the guards, who immediately moved to restrain Alan and his team. "You lied," Lily accused the leader. "I did not. No, another ship was coming," the leader insisted. "But the High Council must have decided the risk is too great. You and your kind must be eliminated." Lily felt rage building inside her. The blue energy flared brightly, causing the Zarathi to back away. "I won't let you hurt them," she said. With a wave of her hand, she sent the guards flying across the room. Alan and his team raised their weapons again, but Lily shook her head. "Your weapons won't work against them. Get behind me." The ship rocked as the warship fired its first shot. Through the ship's systems, Lily felt the damage spreading through the hull. "We need to get back to the Athena," Alan said urgently. "The docking clamps are locked," one of his team reported after trying the door controls. Lily stepped forward. "I can unlock them." She placed her hand against the control panel, and blue energy flowed from her fingers into the system. The doors slid open. "Go," she told Alan. "Get back to the ship and prepare to leave." Alan shook his head. "Not without you." "I'll be right behind you," Lily promised. "There's something I need to do first." Alan hesitated, but another blast from the warship made the decision for him. 5 minutes, he said. "Then we're coming back for you." As Alan and his team retreated to the Athena, Lily turned to the Zarathi leader, who had remained still throughout the confrontation. "Why would the High Council attack their own ship?" she demanded. "To contain the transformation," the leader replied. "You are too powerful, too unpredictable. The prophecy speaks of balance, but some fear it means the end of Zarathi dominance." Lily accessed the ship's communications and opened a channel to the warship. On the screen that appeared, another Zarathi appeared, older, with darker skin, that barely pulsed with light. "This is Supreme Overseer Krall of the High Council," it announced. "Harvester crew, you are ordered to destroy the human subject and all witnesses immediately." "I am the subject," Lily said, stepping into view. "And I'm not so easy to destroy." Krall's eyes widened. "The transformation succeeded?" "Yes," the leader beside Lily confirmed. "She is the one from the prophecy." "Then she is too dangerous to..." "Live," Krall declared. "All ships target the Harvester, no survivors." The screen went dark. Lily turned to the leader. Your own people would destroy you? The High Council fears change, the leader said. But some of us have waited generations for the prophecy to be fulfilled. We believed the transformed one would lead us to a new era. The ship shuddered again, under another attack. Lily made a decision. I'm going back to my people, she said. But first I'm going to make sure your warship can't follow us. The leader tilted its head. How? Lily smiled, the blue light in her eyes glowing brighter. Watch. She closed her eyes and fully immersed herself in the ship's systems. She could feel the energy flowing through the massive columns in the engine room. With careful concentration, she redirected that energy, focusing it into the ship's defensive systems. A powerful energy shield formed around the harvester, protecting it from the warship's attacks. Then Lily sent a surge of power into the weapon systems, targeting the warship's engines. The harvester's weapons fired, more powerful than they had ever been, with Lily channeling additional energy into them. The blasts struck the warship, disabling its propulsion systems. That should buy us some time, Lily said, opening her eyes. Now I need to get to the Athena. And what of us? The leader asked. Lily paused. Some of your people believe in the prophecy. Some want to destroy humans. I need to protect my world, but I also need to understand what I've become. She reached a decision. Come with me, as a representative of your people. Help me understand the transformation. The leader's skin pulsed with surprise. You would trust me after what we did to you? Not trust, Lily clarified. But you know more about what I am becoming than anyone. And if the prophecy is true, I need to learn how to bring balance, whatever that means. Another blast rocked the ship. Time was running out. Choose quickly, Lily said. Come with me, or stay and face the High Council's judgment. The leader's skin flashed with rapid patterns as it considered its options. Finally, it said, I will come. Lily and the Zarathi leader raced through the corridors of the damaged ship. The blue energy flowing through Lily's body lit their way as emergency systems failed around them. Through her connection to the ship, Lily could feel the harvester, dying. The docking bay is ahead, she said, guiding them through a shortcut she sensed in the ship's layout. When they arrived, the Athena was still connected to the harvester, despite the ongoing attack from the Zarathi warship. Alan stood in the doorway between the two ships. Lily, he called out. Hurry! Captain Harris is threatening to leave without you. He froze when he saw the Zarathi leader following her. What is that thing doing here? It's coming with us, Lily explained quickly. It can help me understand what's happening to me. Alan's face hardened. After what they did to you, no way. It wasn't just torture, Alan, Lily said, her voice softening. It was a test, one I passed. There's a prophecy about someone who dies and returns. They've been searching for centuries. Another blast from the warship rocked both ships. Alan grabbed the doorframe to steady himself. We don't have time to argue, Lily insisted. Either it comes with us or I stay here. Alan looked into her glowing blue eyes and saw her determination. Fine. But it's your responsibility. They hurried aboard the Athena. Crew members gasped and backed away as they saw Lily's transformed appearance and the alien following her. Captain, Harris met them on the bridge, his face a mask of shock when he saw Lily. Dr. Baker, what happened to you? There's no time to explain, Lily said. We need to detach from the harvester and get away from the warship immediately. The captain looked at the Zarathi leader with suspicion. And why did you bring one of them aboard? It defected, Lily said simply. It can help us understand their plans. Captain Harris clearly wanted to ask more questions, but the ship shuddered as another blast struck the harvester. Detach from the alien vessel, he ordered. Full power to engines once we're clear. As the crew rushed to follow his commands, Lily stepped up to the main view screen. The Zarathi warship loomed large, its weapons charging for another attack. They'll follow us, she said. Their engines are damaged but still functioning. Our weapons won't make a dent in a ship that size, Alan said, joining her. Lily turned to the Zarathi leader. Would they listen to reason? Could we negotiate? The leader's skin pulsed with dark patterns. Supreme Overseer Kral believes the prophecy threatens Zorathi power. He will not stop until you are destroyed. The Athena shuddered as it broke free from the harvester. The captain ordered maximum speed, but Lily knew they couldn't outrun the warship for long. I need to stop them, she said quietly. Alan grabbed her arm. What are you planning? Lily placed her hand on his. Where their skin touched, a faint blue glow transferred between them. Alan gasped but didn't pull away. I can feel the warship, Lily explained. Just like I could feel the harvester. My connection to their technology is growing stronger. You want to disable it? Alan asked. I need to do more than that, Lily said. I need to show them that humans aren't the threat they believe we are. The Zorathi leader moved closer. You wish to fulfill the prophecy, to bring balance. I don't know about prophecies, Lily said. But I know I won't let them destroy my home. She turned to Captain Harris. I need to use the communications array at full power. The captain hesitated, then nodded to a crew member. Do it. Lily stepped up to the communications console. Instead of using the controls, she placed her hands directly on the panel. Blue energy flowed from her fingers into the system. The console sparked and glowed. What are you doing? The captain demanded. Boosting the signal, Lily explained, her voice taking on that strange harmonic quality again, and adding something extra. On the main view screen, Supreme Overseer Kral appeared. His pupilless eyes narrowed at the sight of Lily. The transformed one, he said with contempt. You cannot escape the judgment of the Zorathi. I'm not trying to escape, Lily replied. I'm trying to understand. Your people have been searching for someone like me for centuries. Now you found me, and you want to destroy me? That doesn't make sense. The prophecy speaks of balance, Kral said. But balance would end Zorathi dominance. We cannot allow that. Lily shook her head. Balance doesn't mean replacing one ruler with another. It means finding a way for all species to exist together. As she spoke, the blue energy flowing through her grew stronger. Through the communications link, tendrils of energy began to reach toward Kral's image. What are you doing? Kral demanded, backing away from his own view screen. Showing you, Lily said softly. The energy connected with Kral. His eyes widened in shock. For a long moment, he stood frozen, the blue light flowing through him. Then, he screamed, a high clicking sound that made the Zorathi leader beside Lily flinch. When the scream ended, Kral looked different. The patterns on his skin had changed. His eyes now held a hint of the same blue glow as Lily's. You made me feel it, he said, his voice shaking. The transformation, the connection. I gave you a small taste of what happened to me, Lily said. Do you understand now? Kral was silent for a long moment, then he nodded slowly. The prophecy was misinterpreted. Balance is not our end. It is evolution. Lily smiled. Call off your attack. Let us return to Earth. I'll learn to control this power, to understand it. Then we can talk, as equals. The tension on the bridge was thick as everyone waited for Kral's response. Finally, he made a series of clicking sounds. The weapons on the warship powered down. Return to your world, Kral said. The Council will need time to consider these events. The one who came with you will be our observer. The screen went dark. Captain Harris turned to Lily with awe and a hint of fear. What did you do to him? He asked. I showed him what it felt. Like to die and return, Lily explained. To be connected to something larger than himself. The Zorathi leader stepped forward. The transformation is still ongoing. She will continue to evolve. Alan took Lily's hand, ignoring the blue energy that sparked between them. What does that mean for you? Lily looked down at their joined hands. I don't know. But I'm still me, Alan. At least most of me is. Captain Harris ordered a course for Earth. As the Athena turned away from the Zorathi ships, Lily stood at the view screen watching the stars. The prophecy spoke of balance, the Zorathi leader said, joining her. One who dies and returns shall bring balance to the galaxy. I'm just one human, Lily replied. I can't balance a galaxy. Perhaps not alone, the leader said. But you are the first. There could be others. Lily thought about the energy that had changed her, that had somehow preserved her consciousness through death itself. Could other humans survive the transformation? Should they? Whatever happens, Alan said, standing beside her, Earth will need to prepare. The Zarathi won't be the last aliens we encounter. Lily nodded, the blue light pulsing gently beneath her skin. And we'll need to be ready. She placed her hand against the view screen, feeling the ship's systems humming around her. She was something new now. Not fully human, not alien, but a bridge between worlds. The prophecy had found its vessel. Balance had begun, and it had started with one human girl who had died at the hands of her torturers, only to return 37 minutes later as something more. Something that even the stars would come to fear and respect.